Cole McGrath returns for more open city platforming action in inFamous 2. The sequel changes settings to the fictional Louisiana city of New Marais, where Cole has to take down a fascist militia to restore things to the good old days. Of course, to Cole, the good old days is Hurricane Katrina, so...
It was a haven for urban exploration.
Cole loses all of his electrical powers at the beginning of the game. An excuse to acquire them again, sure, but more importantly it's an excuse to build the Amp, a giant cattle prod that makes melee attacking extremely fun. Even though it's likely to get you killed more often than not, it's worth it to stylishly finish off the last enemy you face, and a new swarm of swamp monster enemies were made just for Amp combat. inFamous 2 doesn't take risks, and clings desperately to the formula of the first game. 2 new female sidekicks are introduced with powers of their own, and it seems like the perfect marriage of new gameplay and story would be to let you play as them, but you don't get to. Kuo and Nyx are your spokespeople for good and evil respectively, Nyx being a crazy fire-powered nightcrawler, and Kuo using her ice powers to promote teamwork, empathy, and patience. Wait, no. Those actual redeeming qualities would mean less catfights between the two. So instead Kuo is jealous, over-emotional, and self-righteous.
You pick her? I have no choice, Cole. I have to hunt you down like a criminal.
Between this and the fridge stuffing in the last game, Sucker Punch isn't exactly developing a track record of strong female characters. I mean, it's really saying something when your best female character is a furry. In spite of this, inFamous 2's story is a massive improvement over the original. It has probably the most devious moral choice I've ever seen in a video game. Be prepared to spend a good 5 minutes thinking it over when you get to it. The endings are powerful as a result, but they could have been absolute masterpieces if I had cared more about the characters. inFamous was an amazing game that held its head high in a year where competition was Uncharted 2 and Arkham Asylum. Whether you like the original or just want to play a really good game, inFamous 2 will not disappoint. For that reason, I give it 5 out of 5 for universal appeal.